Doing some pond fishing today. As you can tell, we got nice, clear. Got the one picked up. Maybe some moving baits will work good. I don't know. Let's try it out. It's the only way to find out. Look at that. Alright guys, we're out here. It's super windy. I'm using a Strike King Baby Burner. What the hell am I using? Spinnerbait, sorry, blanking. Like second cast. Little chunk. Let's get him back in the water. There we go. There's one. On the lipless. Pretty good one. Come here, Bubba. Oh, barely hooked. Look at that. Oh my god. Awesome. Oh my god, came right off. Here, buddy, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. There we go, another lipless one. Right in the bottom lip. Look at that, came right out. Awesome. Look at that. Look at that. Woo! Let's get the release on you. Let's get the release on you. Well guys, I just caught a PB. 7 pounds, 2 ounces. Oh my god, look at the belly. Pre-spawn. What a beautiful, beautiful fish. I'm so grateful. I just caught this on a jig. Took the video off for 2 seconds. Look at this. Let's get a release on this big girl. Oh yeah. Oh my god. Well guys, here's the deal. I decided not to film going with the jig after the spinnerbait and the lipless crank. As you can tell, it's windy. And I ended up catching my my personal best 7.2 pounders. So I think I'm going to keep filming the jig. That's the moral of the story. There we go. Got one. Look at that. Alright, just caught this little dink. Let's get the release on him. There you go, buddy. Another one. Little dink. Well guys, managed to salvage another one on the lipless. Right there. He choked it though. That was way down there. Let's get a release on him. Another little stud. Same pond. Oh. What's going on guys? Today was a great day of fishing. Absolutely amazing. It's the best one I've had all of 2017. I can't complain at all. I caught my personal best. Got a 7.2 pound freaking giant on a jig today. So I'm going to break down the baits I used that were successful today. I only fished 1 pond and I killed it. I caught 7 bass in total. So what I started off with was a search bait. It is this Strike King Baby Burner spinnerbait. I caught 1 bass on this spinnerbait, and it wasn't successful after that. But regardless, I think if I put a little more time into it, I would have caught a couple more fish on it. I didn't use it as much as I probably should have, but I did spend a lot of time there. I picked them apart with the next bait I'm going to use, which I'm going to tell you about. It is the lipless crank. It is not the Strike King version anymore. I was using the Booyah version today. It's the craw pattern. It's got a very detailed crawfish pattern on there. The red eye still. That red eye seems to be what they're really digging. And I ended up catching, I think, 5 of them on the lipless crankbait. And then what I caught 2 on the jig, and my personal best was on the jig. Now this one is the same jig, but in black and blue. I ended up switching it because I just wanted to use a black and blue and see if they would hit, which they didn't. I had a green pumpkin one on, and I have the same trailer on here as well. It's a Pit Boss. This is black and blue as well, but I was using a green pumpkin jig with a green pumpkin Pit Boss. Now this type of jig is a Pro Series jig, they call it. I would say it's a cross between a swim jig slash football jig. It's a weird, it's kind of its own thing. It's a little bit lighter than a football jig. I believe this is a 3/8 ounce. Great jig. So anyways guys, how I was working the baits, the spinner bait, all I was doing with it, casting it out, reeling it in. It's super easy. With the lipless crank, I was getting a little bit more in depth with it. I would cast it out and let it sink, and after I let it sink for a couple seconds, because this Booyah does seem to sink a lot faster than the Strike King, where the Strike King kind of shimmies down at a slower rate, this one shimmies down very quickly. And by shimmy, I mean it kind of floats back and forth all the way down. And so what I would do was I would cast it out, let it sink, and then give it 3 to 4 cranks pretty quickly, and it would shoot up and then shimmy down. And on that shimmy down, on that fall down, is when those bass would smack it, and that's when I would set the hook. But with the treble hooks, you don't really have to set the hook as hard as you would if you're using something like a jig or a Texas rig. All you kind of have to do is just kind of reel up and just pull it back a little bit, not too hard, because you'll rip the treble hooks right out of their mouth. But yeah, the lipless crank was very successful. And then on the jig, same thing as always. For this time of year, especially when they're still lazy, I threw it out there, let it sink, and then just drag it. Not even thumping it at all, just straight up dragging it. And on that fall is when they were hitting it. And when I set the hook on that big old 7.2 pounder, I thought I set it into a rock, but it started moving, and wow, I was speechless. That was amazing. And stupid me didn't keep the camera filming, because I thought they were only going to be hitting on the moving baits, but I was wrong. I still got the release of it. Awesome fish. Thank you guys for tuning in. It was a great day of fishing. I hope you guys are liking what I'm doing. Give me some feedback on what you think I can improve on, or anything you'd like to see, any questions or whatnot. Thank you guys, and keep fishing.